whiteboard. And I'm gonna write the words, he's all that on it. And we're gonna talk about he's all that. Alright, let's see if this even works. Cause you gotta like get the angle right. But let's see if we can get this to work. So let's make it big as we can. Use all that. So yeah, people who don't know what this is, it is a reboot, or I think it's technically a sequel, but it's also a reboot too. It's not technically a remake, although it's all basically a remake. But people who don't know it, She's All That Is. That is this movie's predecessor. Whoa! Oh, I'm just about to start He's All That. Oh boy. Should we go back?
No.
Should we do another ones? Have you seen She's All That, G-Bird?
I have not.
Okay. Well, that's okay. We're gonna talk about a movie that you don't know anything about. You haven't even seen the one that it's basically the same movie as She's All That.
There's a bunch of callbacks, right?
Oh yeah. It's basically the same movie, but with like a heavy. They're specializing. They're talking about social media. It's a lot about social media.
Yes.
That's
pretty heavy.
So like making it new for the kids.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can make
They
this
added
legible.
that. They added that, but they got the girl from She's All That.
Yes, Rachel Cook, I think her name is.
I think.
We're gonna look it up to be sure.
I have no idea.
I know.
Honestly.
That's okay. G-Berg, do you want to wear? Are you comfortable with wearing a silly hat?
I'm wearing one. I thought.
Oh, he's wearing a.
I wore
hat.
my silliest hat for Stevie.
Okay, well.
This is a corduroy hat from Co-op into Gasky. There you go. Is it bad enough?
I think it's funny
silly enough.
Stevie says redeem hat change for G-Bergs, but there's no actual redemption for that, so they didn't technically redeem it. But anyway, we're gonna keep going with this. Yeah, you can read that fine. That's not the correct rating though. We're not giving that.
Gotta wipe
7.5. That's a little high. Anyway, this I didn't hate this. I actually kind of enjoyed it. I'm guilty of liking shitty rom-coms.
I was really prepared to shit on this movie.
Yeah.
And I can't.
And this is a shitty rom-com for show.
Yes.
But it was kind of fun. There's a lot of shit that's like, okay, but it doesn't make sense.
Why do shitty rom-coms work?
It doesn't add up. Because it's the fact, Pete, you want to see these characters get together.
Because the people are likable.
They make these likable characters, and sometimes in really bad rom-coms, obviously.
Well, the thing
they're not likable.
And it depends on the actors, most
of course.
The time, and their vibe they bring to the film.
Let's get a little closer. Let's get closer to the audience. Okay. But yeah, no, that like you said, she's not the only constant though, Rachel Leigh Cook. There's also Miss Shaggy from the live-action Scooby-Doo movies, Matthew Lillard, because he's also in the first movie.
He's in Scream. He's in lots of stuff.
He's great, but he's in She's All That, and He's All That. He's one of the reoccurring.
Oh, he is too.
He's one of the reoccurring guys. In the first movie, he's like he plays someone that's actually on the show The Real Life. Remember that show from MTV? Like I never saw it, but it's like that. It was like a reality show. It was like one of the first big reality shows where just like people in a house. And that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
Real World. So he was supposed to, The Real World, that's what it's called. And it was him on that show, and he's like wearing mesh tank tops and being stupid. So there was, actually, I
need to see that.
I think that's what the first movie does better than this movie is the main thing, is it does the social commentary a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
And its jokes are a little funnier. I did laugh a few times in this during He's All That, but I think She's All That's at least considerably better, but going into this movie I knew it was going to be worse, so it was still a little better than I thought it was going to be, but it is worse than She's All That.
I have to ask, is She's All That a lot more about Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Yeah, and he's not in this, and this is another thing that's wrong with He's All That. They mention at one point in He's All That, I was like, are they going to mention her mom? Because the main character is this social media influencer who's Rachel Leigh Cook's daughter, and she's like the Freddie Prinze Jr. type character in the first movie.
And it focused on her a lot, so I was like, I hope the first movie focused on him a lot.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
He was like a main character, and in the first movie.
Was he as stalkerish as she is in this?
I
Because if she was a guy in this movie,
yeah, that's
it would be really creepy to show up and like know everything about someone.
It's honestly, it was not as quite as extreme in this, but it's a little creepy in the first one still. Like there's moments where like he'll come up and and she's like, leave me alone. And Landis is like, leave her alone. There's a few moments of that.
Is it like 10 Things I Hate About You type? Leave me alone.
Well, it's that similar time era, so it might be similar. It very well could be.
You've seen that movie, right?
It's been a long time, but I have seen it.
You should review that one.
And I used to listen to the soundtrack a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Then you would definitely get a kick out of it. There's some really great actors in
I had
the
the
movie.
CD.
And there's some great acting, actually, in the movie,
it's
too.
loosely based on a Shakespeare.
Oh, right,
Taming of the Shrews.
Julia Stiles, though, I like.
I'm looking up on Wikipedia this movie.
I have no idea who's in this movie. There's a bunch of people.
Well,
I've never seen.
Have you seen Cobra Kai, the show?
My little brother told me.
It's great.
Oh,
I think it's actually excellent. That's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's okay. That's fine. If he's paying attention, he'll know what to
watch the stream. Let's check it out. He's live, I promise.
We are live. He's all that, like, the main actress is good though. Did we find her name?
I'm gonna look. I just literally typed the word.
It didn't hit enter.
I typed in the word Wikipedia. I didn't even type in like he's all that. Here we go.
Have another hoot. Redeem another hoot.
Well, I gotta look at the chat right away because I missed a bunch of shit. But he's all that. I'm typing it in Wikipedia. And what I was gonna say about Cobra Kai is that's one of the actors that's in this.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's on the. It's a Netflix. It's originally a YouTube original, but then Netflix now owns it, I think.
Oh.
And now it's a Netflix original.
Very cool.
I'm pretty sure because I remember when it came out, it being on YouTube, the YouTube original.
Nice.
But anyway, it's by the way, Cobra Kai. I reviewed it. It is phenomenal. Like they did such a phenomenal because I think it's better than like the Karate Kid series itself. It elevated it. It like made it more realistic and it's actually like funnier and I don't know. I think it's just a really well done show.
I might have to give it a shot.
I gave it huge praise when I reviewed it. We're not gonna get into that, but yeah, no. The one guy he's one of the kids in the Cobra Kai. This kid Tanner Buchan or Butchin. I don't know how to pronounce that. Or Bouchan, perhaps.
Maybe.
But I don't know how to pronounce his last name. And then the girl, the main lady who's playing Rachel Leigh Cook's daughter, is Addison Rae, which she looked.
Wait, that's Addison Rae.
I don't know who is that.
Oh my god! There's a bunch of internet drama about this.
Oh, okay. She looks like a celebrity. She looks like a Kylie Jenner or something type.
She got some type of deal with the UFC, maybe to do interviews or something like that.
Okay.
And then, I don't know what, maybe it wasn't the UFC. I don't know. She had some type of deal, and then, I honestly, maybe I shouldn't speak on it because I don't know why she. Something. I think Trump is involved somehow because I think he was.
We have to look this up later.
He was at a UFC event. I think she might have went up and like shook his hand or something possibly.
Huh.
Yeah.
We are looking at the. We gotta look at the chat right now. But yeah, I don't know. We're going to look into that too. Maybe on the show. We have, by the way, the no more music. The whole rest of the show is probably going to be movie reviews because we have a lot. We have a lot to talk about.
Right.
But yeah, Redeem had changed for G Burgers. No, it's good. There's 50 first dates. No need for any other rom-coms.
That is an amazing movie.
Stevie's saying that's the best rom-com. No need to try again. I don't personally agree, but I like it a lot. Actually,
do you have a number one rom-com?
My personal favorite. No one loves this one as much as mine. It's underrated in my opinion, though. Music and Lyrics. With Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore.
Oh,
that is
you and my mom would get along.
That's probably
well.
my favorite. I like it because it's actually funny.
Notting Hill.
No, I don't know. I haven't actually seen that. So there's a lot of classics that I haven't actually seen. Like When Harry Met Sally. I haven't seen Sleepless in Seattle.
I haven't seen either of those.
You know,
those two.
So we could review some rom-coms and like cuddle up and eat some popcorn.
I need to get a sweater on too, a turtleneck.
Have a slumber party.
Yeah, man, that's so funny. I'm a sucker for rom-coms too, and that's why this one gets me. But it's the budget and everything, it looks good. When you first see though the scrub guy, I mean, I could tell immediately. I'm like, okay, this is the handsome hunk of the movie.
Yeah,
I could tell immediately.
Well,
it's
it's
he
the
doesn't
same...
really work as the skid looking.
No, but
guy.
that's the exact same sort of thing they did with the Rachel Leigh Cook thing.
Okay,
But the Rachel Leigh Cook thing works better because
I thought they just kind of put glasses on her and gave her a
that's
ponytail.
that's all they did.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say that they did better is that they focused more on her character, and her character was more focused than this guy's character. Because this guy's
Right.
character is like, he's a skid, but he also likes horses, and he also likes reading, and he...
Why does he
It's
dress
just-
like
it
a
doesn't-
skater kid?
all these
when
different
he
things...
should be dressing like a hick or something if he likes horses and ranching and
These,
stuff.
yeah, and again, he's supposed to be weird, but these different character traits don't really add up to me. They don't make sense.
They didn't make sense at first, but I could obviously tell.
I
that,
know
like,
what they were trying to do, because like
This guy's gonna be
this
the
is supposed to
turnaround.
be the ideal guy, sort of, but they put in a few things like, oh, he has 3 shirts he wears or whatever, like making really shallow excuses of why this guy's not popular. So that's a big part of these movies, though, and that's why I think it's silly that this was even made at all. But for what it is, for
It's
them
true.
making it, they did not the worst job ever, and not the best job. It definitely could have been better. It's basically just remaking the same movie, but there were some elements that I liked about it. But what was okay, fine. If Lillard's in it, then it's good, says Stevie, because Stevie loves Matthew Lillard.
I mean, who doesn't?
Seriously. He's
Without a
the
paddle, come on.
best. That's the one you're going through.
Scooby. Yeah, man, Without a Paddle.
I
is
think
great,
it's.
dude.
I would give it an okay.
Oh really?
Maybe
When
even.
Burt Reynolds shows up,
yeah.
my mind goes crazy. Obviously.
I don't know.
That was one of the last cameos I expected to see.
That's fair. I don't know.
Because when I saw it, I didn't know.
Maybe I'd have to watch it again, but I'm not a huge fan of that movie. Anyway.
As a movie, yeah, like I think it's great to watch. Is that weird?
No, you're allowed to like movies that aren't like critically acclaimed.
Yeah,
or whatever.
and it's one you like it's one you throw it on, and there's moments that you're gonna have a good time with Dak Shepard and Matthew Lillard, like when we're getting real sidetracked, but yeah.
Yeah, we were babies in the real world days. This is true.
Yeah.
I only know like of it through media. I've never watched it really. You know?
I agree that it's an okay movie, 100%. So He's All That, also an okay movie.
Oh wait, I gotta check the.
Let's bring it back.
The redemption. Stevie says take another hoot, but no one redeemed it. So
Matthew Lillard is the principal in this, and he must be doing a dance or something in the. First one.
This is
And
another
then
thing.
It's another throwback.
Okay, this feels like you did watch the movie.
Wait,
like,
I did watch this one.
Oh, you watched He's All That?
Yeah, I crunched it into.
Oh shit! I thought you said
Yeah.
you didn't watch any of it.
No.
Oh.
I haven't
that
seen.
makes way more sense.
I haven't seen She's All That.
Oh.
At all.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's
seen
basically the
this one.
same movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, but
And I like Freddie Prinze Jr., so I might have to watch that.
yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr. because he's in
Ooh.
Scooby Doo.
Man, have you seen? Oh man, what's it
all comes
called?
back to Scooby Doo.
Another Freddie Prinze Jr. Matthew Lillard movie. It's about baseball. I feel like it's called Summer
Oh,
or something.
Sports movie.
Summer Pitch.
It better be good.
Or something like. And Jessica Biel plays the love
It
interest.
better
I
be.
love it.
It better be at least Moneyball quality.
Oh, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. But Freddie Prinze Jr. is in it, and Matthew Lillard, and Jessica Biel. I mean.
Is it a comedy or is it a?
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's called.
Maybe it's actually
called
good.
Summer Pitch or something like that. Summer. I don't know.
I'll give sports comedies a shot more because
And it's like it's a rom com.
because laughter.
It's a rom com too. It's really funny actually. There's some funny moments.
That's fair. Shut up, G Berg, says Stevie. I don't know what that was about. That could have been from so long ago.
Because I'm talking too much probably.
I don't know. It might have been something specifically though.
Okay.
And again, we're late to the chat. I also enjoy Heartbreakers, like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Is that the Stephen? Oh no, I think that's something. They're meaning something else. Is that the Stephen King one, Jug? I don't know what we're talking about. Lillard is such a babe. Wicker Park is pretty great. Serial Mom. Oh, I've seen that poster, but I haven't actually seen the movie. I know that's a thing. 13 Ghosts is the prequel to Scooby-Doo. Oh, okay. Is that true? I don't know.
I love that.
What is 13 Ghosts?
It's a horror movie from the 90s. I believe the 90s, late 90s. I could be wrong. Early 2000s, right around then.
I'm taking your absolute word for it. I'm so glad you crunched on this movie. That's a pleasant surprise.
Oh yeah, and it honestly wasn't that bad.
It wasn't
at the time.
that bad.
Like I thought it was good. It did drag towards the third act drags. A
Yeah,
little bit.
and then
When they start dancing, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. They could have cut it there a little quicker.
It's gonna get like a mercy pass here.
Yeah, okay,
This movie, pretty much.
That's nice of you. And that's what I'm sort of feeling too. Like it could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
Is mainly how I'm feeling about it.
This is I play a lot of slow pitch, softball for adults drinking beer, and this feels like that for a movie. They just you toss it in there. That's this kind of movie.
Yeah, don't worry too much about it.
Yeah.
Just toss it in.
It's not a heater. It's just toss and it gets a pass. You
Movies
just
are
toss it in there.
movies are sports now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Metaphors.
I know, I get you. But what was I gonna say? So let's talk about just the basic plot, because we sort of like talked about little bits of it, but let's just back up here. So Rachel, and I want to make sure it's Rachel Leigh Cook. I'm not saying her name. Yeah, that's right, Rachel Leigh Cook. She's the main tying together factor. Yes, we got Matthew Lillard, but he was a side character in the first movie. He's still very much a side character in this movie, and she's barely in this, but she still holds it sort of together. There's some problems I have with it. Like I agree, like she's all of a sudden finding out about her getting mad. And she doesn't even get mad. Like, you think there would be a part where she gets mad at her daughter for treating this boy so awfully. But there's not a point.
Would probably be a good idea.
But she's just like, oh, are you okay? That's like all it is.
Like, how is there not a moment where Rachel Leigh Cook's character goes, oh my god, a guy did this exact same thing to me in high school.
Yeah, like that would have been really funny.
How dare you?
A little
like,
in-joke.
how
like
did that not crush her mom? We actually could have had like a heartbreaking scene of some kind between them. And that could have been a real character builder for the main character. This is why this movie is it could have been a heater. This movie actually could have been a heater.
It could have been better. There's a few things.
They had the cast. Like, the scrub guy couldn't have been so... He could have been scrubby in a different way. I don't know why they did this like skater goth type vibe, and it's like
emo.
What era is this? Is that still even happening?
And he's likes. I hate when they do that now. Like he's weird because he likes old stuff. Like he likes Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
And stuff. I think no. Some of that his character was one of the least good parts.
It's just like obviously he's gonna lose his tooth in the hair, and they're gonna give him a shave at some point, and then. Yeah. And then they gave him the shirt off scene, and then
and everyone's like, oh,
what a payoff! It's like, what did you expect?
It's like they
cast. Do you see this guy with his shirt off? Like,
they should have given him glasses at least, like they do with Rachel Leigh Cook.
That's They could have easily Clark Kented this guy so fast. Like take the glasses off, he's fucking Superman. Yeah. How easy is that?
Like the classic cliche.
And you could have gave him some scruff. You could have gave him the weird. He could have been Peter Parker, basically. Maybe that's been done too many times. I don't think so. He could have been snapping pictures of girls, getting bit on the hand with a spider. Because he was snapping pics of girls anyway. And then he doesn't have an Instagram page. He doesn't.
He just uses a dark room instead and doesn't show anyone his photos at all.
Which is interesting.
Until the girl at one point, because trust.
He doesn't show anyone at his high school his photos.
At all. Even his best friend.
He doesn't show his grandma's photos. He doesn't show his... sister.
Mom's
dead.
Right, grandma. Sorry,
his mom's dead. His dad lives in Sweden. So like, I get it that you're weird. I understand that, but make this guy weird in a proper.
And also, way. He loves horses. That seems just so out of place to me.
It is out of left field, man. Like crazy. It's like. Does he like to, and then it's not even like, oh yeah, because I love taking pictures of them, and it's like, oh okay, we got some kind of connection. They are not related at all.
He just likes them.
There's no tripods.
I love shoveling horse shit.
Yeah,
that's a scene. Like I don't know. It's silly.
It just is so out of left field, and where like. What kind of horse stables are going on in LA? Because they're
yeah, maybe it's a little bit out of town. But then how is that right?
How much fucking money is he making? Because you got to be working an expensive fucking horse stable.
How much time are you spending on gas or getting there? Yeah, there's lots of questions like that.
Well, like we're just not supposed to think about these things.
But we're thinking about it. That's what we're here to do.
I've never been to LA. Have you ever been to LA?
No, but we can speculate
that it takes a long time to get around anywhere.
It's bigger than here. That's what I know.
Like the. And they make a joke about it, right? Like, that's the Valley, the fucking Valley Girls.
They're talking shit about the one part.
I don't know if you recognize the asshole girlfriend. She...
Aniston? The character?
No. The
Oh, the Alda.
Alden.
Alden? Or Alda? One of those.
Alden.
Okay.
Yeah. It was full on Alden.
I'll believe
I
you.
have subtitles on all the time.
Okay.
I'm weird like that.
I think I might have too, but I believe you. I forget.
She's been in a bunch of movies, like when she was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's weird to see her in like a push-up bra and stuff. For me, anyway, it's like
Okay.
she was
That's
in the
fair.
Game Plan with The Rock
Oh yeah.
and stuff like
I've
that.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's one where The Rock plays a quarterback. Doesn't really make a lot of
Sports.
sense. Yeah.
Ah, it makes enough. He looks like he
and then
could
he's got
be
to
one.
take care of this daughter, paternity tests and stuff. Yeah. And she wants to drink Kool-Aid, and he's like, not in my house. No simple sugars. Anyway, she's in this movie. And she actually is pretty good at being the asshole friend. Did you see that coming? I kind of saw it coming when she was still filming.
I did kind of see it
at
coming
the
because they
beginning.
hinted at it pretty well at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because she was even like, why does she keep filming? And she was like, oh, probably just, you should also always film. You're supposed to always go live. But no, one thing I wanted to address is that the Freddie Prinze Jr. thing, they didn't mention it enough. When they were talking about it, they didn't even mention that it was him. We don't know for sure that this is Freddie Prinze Jr.'s daughter. They just say, my dad. Like, what happened to Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Yeah, what's that about?
Have one line about where he is.
And
just let me know.
this is a pretty young mom we're talking about here. For her kid to be 18 already, so it's like, maybe that was a senior year type of baby. Because how old were they in senior year and she's all that already?
Yeah, I think so.
This mom's looking 40,
Yeah.
and her daughter's 18, so where does that put her? 22?
I don't know. It's hard to say. You don't think about the age because you don't really know how old she is, I guess.
True, but it's like, when she gets all dolled up at the end, it's like, Jesus, she could still be playing someone younger.
She cute.
Yeah.
And another thing that disappointed me about this movie is they have Matthew Lillard dancing at the end, and they have
Why is he still on stage?
And
I'm like, principal, get the fuck out of there.
No, people seem to like it, and I actually I had no problem with that because honestly, it's kind of funny. Like,
It's
I get
funny,
it, like,
yes.
But my problem with that scene is that they have Rachel A. Cook, so like looking like, oh, okay, it would have been so cool to have them get together.
Yeah, where's their scene?
Oh no,
there's a lot of no payoffs
My
in this
set-
movie.
except for the obvious one.
It's very expensive stuff here, people.
Yeah, this is
a
$100 million budget for the set of this
Christopher Nolan
show.
shit.
Anyway, let's read a bunch of shit here. Lillard plays a guy with like ESP powers, and he's trying to protect a family from ghosts, and he has a really bad night. That's 13 Ghosts, I presume.
Oh.
The Shaggy origin story. Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
That's why he starts getting high so much with his dog.
I like that. I like that timeline that you've created there. Jug, the Stephen King rom-com with Drew Barrymore, and the other guy. Baseball Happens. Oh, that you talking about? Is that what you were talking about?
Did she say Stephen King?
Yeah, I don't really know. I still am confused.
Stephen King with Drew Barrymore in baseball. What? I know that I knew Drew Barrymore did a baseball rom-com with Jimmy Fallon.
This movie is better than Rock-a-Doodle in my opinion. I'm sorry, I did not like Rock-a-Doodle.
Rock-a-Doodle's pretty bad.
I'm sorry, but this is.
I mean, not the character of it's on the tip of my tongue.
The owl?
No, the main.
Are we talking about Rock-a-Doodle?
Yeah.
The rooster?
Yeah,
Glenn
the rooster.
Campbell.
Yeah, but what's his character?
Chanticleer.
Chanticleer. It was on the tip of my tongue. Chanticleer.
Yeah, they say it so many fucking times in the movie.
So many times.
Anyway, anyway, I don't know. Buff dudes are ugly. I like the little lean guys or big softies. To each their own. The scene in George of the Jungle when George is partying with the horses is when all the townies get wet for him.
It's true.
Man plus horse equals hot.
So they should have done more of that in this movie.
Like, I get why it's in there, but it felt forced.
Because all he's doing is shoveling horse shit, and then at one point he's standing beside a horse.
You
that's
could've-
all you see him do with horses.
And if you're gonna go with the
He
horse
rides
thing,
one once.
if you're gonna go with the horse thing, go with the horse thing. Give him glasses. Make him just a horse guy, not a goth into Stanley Kubrick or whatever. Pick one thing.
Like,
Pick one thing.
he's into so many fucking things.
It makes
man.
it convoluted. And another thing they added in was like he also was a singer. He was in a choir. I hated that.
He was in Glee Club.
Yeah, Glee Club, not choir, right? Glee Club, but
He's fucking
sort
good
of.
at everything, but hates everything.
And it's just like he's good at everything, but he hates everything. It's like fuck this guy. I'm good, like seriously.
But I kind of felt I was feeling him when he said, I don't like things that suck.
Stacey's okay.
I can't help what's popular.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And I agree with that.
It's the absolute truth. But yeah, Stevie was saying don't kill Stacey because we were like knocking down everything.
Yeah, no, Stacey will be okay.
Stacey's fine. It was just Oscar that took a fall. King shows up to throw the first pitch. Chanticleer, fever pitch. Okay.
Fever Pitch, yeah, that's the Jimmy Fallon movie with Drew Barrymore. It's great. I love that one too. It's up there for one of my favorite rom-coms.
Stephen King wrote that?
Did he write it?
What
Really?
What does Stephen King have to do with this?
Fever Pitch is because it's a remake.
Oh, Stevie says yes.
It's a remake of, but he was because.
Are we looking this up? Let's
Jimmy
look this
Fallon,
up.
I could tell you all about it. I've seen it a million times. Jimmy Fallon's a baseball fanatic. I'm
still googling it.
It's a remake of a movie about
2005 IMDb, and there's 1997 too.
And the 97 one's about
who's in the 97
a soccer fanatic. It's an English movie.
Oh, so it's different.
Yeah,
but different.
But
sport.
no, it's pretty similar.
Okay, I see.
And then she is like a finance person of some kind.
The first one has a higher rating on IMDb.
That's what I mean.